Hey guys, it's me. Spreading this stuff around the place. Holy shit. I feel it. Gotta tune into your heart, guys. You know, you tune into your heart for the simple things. I had to tune into my heart to know what crystal to wear to make me feel better. I had to tune into my heart for the vibration that I needed, for the things I want to do for self-love. You gotta tune in your hearts. Hey, Queen, I love you. You gotta tune in this heart for all the decisions that you make. You always, always, always want to go sit in your heart and have a meeting. I love you. You know, self-love is all about tuning into your own heart. Your heart is beautifully and wonderfully made. The fabric of your heart is so cool. It's your heart. I love you. I love you, Anna. Thank you for the pictures from the moon. I love you, Linda. You know, things have been going on. I know you guys feel it. You guys message me. The truth hurts sometimes, doesn't it? Yes. I'm sending love to anyone's heart who the truth has hurt them. The truth can hurt sometimes. 11 people on here. 11's been coming up all day. Me and Linda were talking. It was the 11. I was talking to Spirit. It was the 11. I love you. You know, the truth feels criticizing sometimes, right? When someone tells you the truth, you feel like they are criticizing the fuck out of you, don't you? Give me some hearts. The heart is where love can only exist. Yes. Hey, lovely. Give me some hearts if you feel criticized in the name of love today. I can't even say the word. Fuck, man. I'm in this weird place. You know, going into that training my brain, you know, always think up came from training my brain. And so training my brain to always remember to drop down into my heart no matter what the fuck is going on got me to this place where, you know, it's just all love. You know, I see the good, I see the bad. It's all love. You know, this isn't perfect. This healing journey and learning about yourself and your energetic body and what the fuck is going on outside is really going on inside, and how to get in there and how to release this stuff. It seems so easy, right? Oh, just go release it. It seems like you take your bucket and you just dump it out, right? It's not like that, right? We're holding on to it. Our hearts, something about our hearts when something's off in the energy or whatever, you know, we're holding on to it. I've always been a truth detector, right? My whole life. I could always tell when someone was lying to me, right? I could see right through it. Like their audio and their video didn't match up. I could see, I could feel, like, you know, it would literally be like those shows that are in a different language, right? Where the mouth is moving, but the words aren't matching up. Like, that's what literally happens to me, you know, when I see someone not in their heart's truth. It's not about my truth. It's about their heart's truth, right? So I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't judge people on the truth that is truthier for them, right? But, you know, we each have this unique truth in our heart. And when we're not living our actual lives in that truth, that's where the mouth and the talk don't meet up to me, right? I don't know. I never knew, you know, what that was, but that is the authentic me, right? And I love it. You know, I've been working with it and I've been learning about it. Oh, yeah. It's all truths are false. It can only separate awareness. Yeah, everybody has their own truth, which does really separate the oneness, right? And so, but the real truth is like in here, when you're tapped in here and your audio and your video are matching up and spitting out, it's great. You know, like simple example. People tell me all the time, oh, fuck it, I don't even want a relationship. When that's all they ever talk about. any other time, any other day, this is what they're talking about. And then they're like, I don't want a relationship. You're not speaking your heart's truth. You want to relate to people. That's normal. That's normal for a heart to want to do. You want to be intimate. You want intimate relationships. You want to be around people that have the same energy like you have. You want to get the love that you give out. You want those motherfucking things. Don't lie to me. Right? But it's okay, because you're not lying to me or anyone else out here. If this is happening with you, you're lying to you. And that's where that bang comes in. That's where that resistance comes in. Oh my God, yes. Yesterday I was feeling so judged. The tears just came flowing. Yes, and yesterday I had to say my truth, which was the truth in my heart. And somebody else might have felt judged. A lot of people along my path have felt judged by the truth that I speak from my heart. I don't judge anyone. I wish everyone well. When someone's in the flow, I'm like, fucking right, go get them. When someone's in the state of doo-doo, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm sending you love. I want everyone to feel good. And it's funny because at the same time, when we feel judged, there's a polarity to that. We are judging something else. We are doing that. So like anything outside that comes into the feels, right? It's coming to your awareness. That's all we're doing, is becoming more and more and more aware of the truth. What's the truth? Only love is real. What does only love is real means when this world is so fucking crazy? You have to see through that. You have to tune into your heart. You have to drop these walls down from your heart. You have to understand that the things that keep circling and coming back into your life, right, are coming to get your awareness, so you drop down these walls in your heart. It's not this thing against you. Truth can only ever judge as it's an experience, social experiencing. Yeah. I mean, there's no judgment here at all. The whole thing, the reason why I do these videos is because, some people can get in these times and get stuck there for a really long time. Or you can just hear something that's a little bit inspirational and be like, you know what? All right, that's the energy on the planet. This is what's going on. How am I going to be the creator of my experience? See, I believe that we're the creators of our experience. I believe that we are the creators, right? And so, allowing the desires in our heart to manifest is the challenge. Allowing the feelings that we feel in our heart to be our actual reality, to see that in our mind, to speak that from our mouths, that is the challenge. This work that I do, it has not been easy. Coming from who I was to who I am right now, it has been a ride, but it's not impossible to change what you've been getting if you don't like it. So, if you don't like what you're getting in your life, we have to make a change. Cheers to the change, right? To every single one of us, that change is very different. But what if your mind keeps you in an old idea of thinking that your dreams and desires are impractical for you? Your mind is thinking this, right? And so your heart knows what it's hitting for. However, we have these walls up, right? And so a lot of the people that I've been talking to lately are saying these things. Again, the audio and the video. I have been alone, and I want to create this partner, and all kind of things, right? And I want these things, right? And so it's easy to say to me, right? Sarah, I want these things. These are the things that I want, right? However, when they go back out of our message and they're living in their daily lives, they are seeing the destruction in their mind, feeling the destruction in their heart, seeing it in their mind, and speaking the destruction out of their mouth by saying, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to be, I don't deserve to be successful. I don't, it's the craziest things that will hold someone back from their greatest potential. Your greatest potential, the fire in you comes from your heart. It's your heart. It's your, I'm fired up and I'm excited about life because I've really been working on living from my heart. And so from the time I wake up to the decisions I make through my day, to the things that fire off in my face, to the new things that come up, to the things that fall down, I'm always going back into that center space like, all right, this is my safe space to me, where I understand that a lot of people, have a really hard time being in the center space in their energy, the dark space, the dark space of not really knowing what is going to happen, not really knowing how to forgive, that's okay. All of that is okay. Truth can only exist in a feeling, in the now moment, as a synchronicity from heart. Yeah, truth, your truth does come in your feelings in your now moments. That's how it comes. That's how it works. And so all these people that are planning for all of this stuff, of course you're going to feel off kilter because the truth is coming in your now moments. The truth, you can't plan things that, we could say forever, right? I want to get married and I want to have my partner for the rest of my life. I've said this my whole entire life, right? So say perhaps, just like you and me and everybody, I've been on this single journey for my whole life, right? And I've had different people along the way really spark me up and get me excited and fired up about life, right? So say you're married to your partner. You guys love each other. You've been through years and years and years together. And your partner goes to the grocery store and they run into this person and it's just this spark. Would you rather your person not tell you that this happened so you don't feel, so the truth doesn't hurt you? Or would you rather them come home and say, babe, I met this guy in the fucking grocery store and I'm fired up in the name of love about this, right? A lot of people can't be their self because of paying attention to everyone else. It's not about taking life and trying to mold it the way you wish, because a lot of people, if you're not tuned into your heart, you don't even really know what your heart's desires is. So you're out here and you're creating from what you think it'll look like for everyone else. The main focus has to be self. The main love has to be self. Before you can attract your dream partner, you have to be your dream person, your dream. You have to fulfill all your dreams. You can't be out here in any type of neediness or, needing the opinion of anyone else. You have to be in your power and in union with yourself to really feel like we are really all one in this, to really feel like there is no really separateness. That's all coming through here. This energy, though, I was about to pop alive for a free sound collaboration. I saw you, so I will wait. I love you. Gonna do a mass healing tonight. The whole world's gonna tilt. Yeah, I love you, girl. And that's what I've been doing. And, it's so funny because, everybody thinks that time is like this linear thing, right? Like past, present, future. Like this is where I'm going. That's where I was coming from. This is my present and this is where I'm going. See, I see energy, like all over the place at the same time. And so what's really dope is like, as I've been sitting in here the past however long doing work on myself, I'm healing my past and my future at the same exact time as I'm healing my now. There's no kind of way that you could logically try to think that the way it really actually works. You know, like we're trying to make this energy into this understandable thing, and sometimes we can't really understand it. We have to be okay with that. Yes, love. Yes, love it all. No falseness, no resistance, no judgment to energy, zero. Yes. You know, it's just when you're in the middle, that's where it is. You know, the heart space and the solar plexus chakra, that's like the anchor of you, right? And so like in that place, you know, there it's just nothingness. It's just nothing, no expectations, nothing, zero. I love sin, love, they are the same matter. Yeah. And so sin, you know, the dark and the light, the good and the bad, it's all just polarity, you know, and you'll see that it's the same thing, just like the opposite polarity. You know, I can't help but think in polarities because that's how I do my work every day, right? And so, you know, just for instance, when somebody comes in is like, Sarah, my hips are sore, you know, that relates to the crown. You know, everything has polarity. Everything is not just only one thing, right? You know, my face broke out. I got these pimples on my neck, right? And so, you know, I know you release energy and all of this stuff. And so, you know, I'm talking to my doctor and I'm like, oh man, you know, I need to speak my truth because that's your throat and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, Sarah, you know, and you don't even think about like your sacral, you know, in your solar plex and what's going on there. And that's coming from your pelvis and your base. And it's just like, oh, you know, like, yeah, you know, I was too up in here kind of. You need to just balance that out. And it doesn't really need to make sense because it makes absolute sense without making any sense at the same time. And that's how you know you're right in the middle. When you're like, I don't know, it makes sense completely, but I'm not really sure how. Yes, knew it was highlighting something deeper still I needed to heal. Yeah, you know, everything that comes up is just coming up to get your awareness so you can clear it out. You know, these lessons keep coming back around. You know, I hear everybody talking about karma and shit all the time. You know, I don't really believe, like, really in karma. I just believe that we have things we need to clear out, and that's it. You know, I mean, everyone's worried about everyone else's karma. To me, that's just another way to run from yourself. If you're worried about everyone else's fucking karma, are you kidding me? I hope karma gets you back. What do you mean? Just give them love. Who the fuck? What the fuck? You know, if you're calling out karma for somebody, I feel like you better watch out because you're calling that shit for yourself. I don't believe in karma. I just believe in, you know, a soul and soul's lessons. You know, okay. Love isn't real, sin isn't real. The imagination is only creating from it. Right. And so, you know, love isn't real, sin isn't real. So, I mean, well, I don't know, Linda, because I think only love is real. I've been really learning that lately, right? But I think that, you know, love is like the up vibration, right? And the sin part is like the low vibration. That's like the ooh, when you're in the doo-doo, you know. It either feels like real high in the vibes or it feels real low in the vibes. And that's why you always have to stay in the center because, you know, sometimes, guys, I can come out here and I could be meditating and doing all my tapping in, right? And you can feel like super duper fucking high up here, right? But you need to tap back down into your heart because, you know, when you come out, I can't come out and do these videos to you guys if I'm super high like that because I'm just going to push everyone away, right? You know, that's where, you know, that's how this energy works. And so by always staying in the middle, that's how, you know, you're able to be in peace and be received. And there ain't nothing better than that. Share free information. Create from heart only, not mind. Yes. Yes. You know, it's funny. I don't even know how Linda got share free information on there. You know, guys, I have been sharing free information for 13 years. Like, as I learned, I shared. Whatever fired up my heart, whatever made my heart beat, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just so excited that the body can heal and the body wants to heal and that this energy shit just made sense, that the meridians just made sense, the polarities just made sense. And so I just went out and share it, you know. And now 13 years later, I have a group and I coach people, and that just helps me to keep them together. But, my only rule for them is to share this knowledge that I give them, to share this information that we talk about. When that is magnetized, when that comes up into their life, to share it, because I do believe that we are to share the information that we get in our hearts, right? Because guys, living out of this heart is fucking scary, right? And so I know some people make it look like it's easy, but it's not. When you're tearing down those walls that used to keep you so safe, you feel vulnerable, you feel safe, you feel unsafe, you feel nervous, like what the fuck am I doing, right? But when you create it in your mind, you never are really happy with it in your heart, right? So we have a lot of people out here trying to create with what their mind thinks is the right thing for them, but their heart knows. And so when you're thinking in your mind and you're not in your center, you're always going to feel like unfulfillment. You're always going to feel a yearning or an anxiety or a misplacement. You're not going to feel lined up, and sometimes, your heart's desires can be really crazy from what you were brought up to believe people should be or do or think or want or have or, whatever. That might not line up with anybody that you know, but I promise that each and every step that you take towards that thing, as you start to vibrate that thing more and not be blocked off to it, you start to attract people in your life that just get you, for no reason. I love you, Linda. Cheers to empty cups that are always the possibility for more drink. Yeah, yes. Protecting out of the mind, not feeling their worth in the heart. Heart is forever fired up. The heart is forever fired up. I love you, Linda, because, I guess, I talk about self-love. I talk about love. I talk about, all this stuff. And it's like, I remember not knowing how to love, and now that I am here where I am, like everyone. I didn't love my mom the right way, my dad, my siblings, my family, where I came from, the things that I had went through. And in learning how to love myself, all of those things have gotten different and better too, more intimate, deeper, I don't know. It's ever unfolding. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Our knowledge of the external world only extends as far as current sensory experience. Yes, Katrina. And that's why meditation is so important. People hear meditation and they're, go off into automatically think that they can't do it. But meditation will take you past all the things you see and help you to find an understanding of how it really works as a whole, how it really functions as a whole. It's not this linear thing, and that's what makes it hard for the human mind to comprehend. But when you drop into that heart, it all makes sense in some unsensible way. You don't have to put it together with your mind. You don't have to explain it with your mind. My light is going out. No, don't let that happen. Exactly. Beautiful, Sarah. I must go. Thank you. I love you, Linda. I love your guts, Katrina. Love you. I love you too. I got a torn rotator cuff, bad disc in my neck. We need to talk. So, rotator cuff, disc in your neck. Where's the sat, sis? What we've been talking about. We could talk for sure, but you know me. Yes, never called out karma for others. They have their own. We have our own. Yeah, and who has time to worry about, other people like that? You know what I mean? I have a hard time just putting love on everyone that I want to put love on, let alone, wishing them on well and trying to wish out their lessons on them and shit like that. I don't have time for that. Thanks. My comments are not showing. Cindy, your comments are showing, love. I see your comments, love. 11 on the video. Not sure you're seeing messages. I'm not seeing others. Will call you. Guys, resisting anything is going to be like a guaranteed repetition, right? So people keep talking about these lessons that keep coming up, these things that keep coming up. And what that is it's coming up for you to feel and process and let go of that thing, right? Because whether it's really good or really bad, you still, no matter what, need to feel and process and release it, right? We can't fall in love with something or people or an idea or something and hold on to this thing and squeeze it off for the rest of its life. I taught my daughter that we can't take bugs and stuff from the wild because they need love juice. And what's love juice? It's just the energy that's out and about, the things that they run into, you know what I mean? And that's what we need too. And that's why, whatever you're resisting in your life, when you're messaging me about the things that you're going through, normally that pattern, that thing that's coming up is the very thing that you're resisting. Are you single? This is not a dating site. I love your guts. Love is letting go. Love is letting go. I feel sorry for most people with okay showing up now. I feel sorry for most people with okay. I don't know what we mean there, Cindy. Experience. It's funny because I don't know if I really have that much experience with like love with another, but I have a lot of experience with self-love. And, that alone has been a journey for me, like a huge journey. And I highly recommend that to anyone. If you're out here and you're going through anything, a self-love journey will really help you. They're so unique and different for all people. Some people need to rest. Some people need to act. Some people need to clean. Some people need to chill. Some people need to yell. Some people need to be quiet. Yeah, I see your comments. My flame has been extinguished. Time for my life to follow. Mark, I really send you love and I wish you well. I love you dearly, but being on here and threatening your life, I don't really know even how to help you. I don't know you, and you're telling me these things, I send you love, man, because this is exactly what I'm talking about, that, if you're out here and you're threatening your life to people, you need to love yourself. I love you, man. But what am I supposed to do? All of the love and everything, and no matter what's the love that I've given you since I've known you, which has been a lot, you are always pulled to that other end to be making people feel like somebody else is responsible for your happiness. Nobody else is responsible for anyone's happiness out here. I send so much love. I send so much love to all those that are affected and afflicted and everything. But I can't lose myself. I pray that somebody comes into your life, Mark, that can show you what I've been trying to show you. I don't know, what you can do, but if it... She's dating me, just kidding. It seems us with trauma look for love outside the body versus learning to love ourselves. Yes, and, I've been really getting into a lot of tantra and, movement in my body and to release things from my body. And so, we have human bodies and we have energy bodies, right? And so what happens is, trauma stores in our cells from now and our experiences right now and all of our past and their experiences. The cells just keep on coming down and down and down, right? And so, you're literally holding on to trauma at a cellular memory level. It's like way, 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 way deeper than people's eyes can see. So I know that they can't really fathom this, right? But, you know, I used to think that it was my job to go out and save people like Mark. Mark, I love you. Now when I tune into my heart and I trust the guidance of my heart, I know that only God and unconditional love can help you at that place that you're at. And I know that my love is enough. The love I send is enough. That's what I can do. You know, on the up or down, I have no control in that, right? Just like me, you know, Mark has to take these steps in. It's a hard thing. It's not an easy thing, but what is being revealed to you is being revealed because it wants to be healed. I love you too, Haru. You know, your heart is strong. Your heart is unique. The morals in your heart, the things you stand for, the things you want, the things you desire, the things you feel in there. Your heart's very smart. Your heart knows way more than you give it credit for. But, you know, we're piercing through old thinking patterns, old belief patterns. And so, you know, my heart is the one that always reminds me not to harm others. You know, I used to be nasty. I used to be a nasty person. And you know, I wasn't trying to hurt people. I was trying to protect me. I felt like I had to protect me. And you don't need to. You don't need to. You're heavily protected by the best. Yeah, shadow work. You know, Carissa, that's really what this is. It's going to these dark places inside of you, crying, snotty, bloody, fucking sweaty. Don't know why. Don't feel like you can't breathe. Feeling that pain, honoring that pain, loving that pain, getting to know that about you. You know, there is so much meaning in your pain, but I can't take you there. You have to go there. You know I have friends who do regressions. They can take you there. I can do my energy work. It can flip something on. That could take you there. You know, a lot of us are running and running and running. We're running and running from our pain. I get it, right? But, you know, false beliefs are keeping our hearts safe. But we need to slice them out because they're not real. You know, we all... Come out. I love you. Talking about that heart, huh, Harrell? You know, integrity isn't all love and light and unicorns. You know, there's been a lot of people on here. First of all, I never liked the term light worker. I just always felt like that was something that somebody was just trying to kind of pump themselves up in the name of love, right? You know, my connection and the things that I feel in my heart, it never felt like that. The things that me and my clients have gone through and talked to you about in the past 15 years, you know, it doesn't feel so light. It's not such a light work that I dance in that dark space. In the darkness is where people are fucking scared to death. In the darkness is where the biggest shields of armor are. The biggest walls, right? And those are the places that I work. And so, you know, true integrity to me requires you to be fearless. Because to go to the dark spaces of you, the shadows of you, the places that you've been avoiding because of the hurt and because of the pain and because of the this and because of the that. It takes big, huge guts to go and meet your shadows. So there are plenty of ways to get into that dark space. Today was the root day. Today was a big day. It was, of course, going to bring up a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of fear, right? Your root, that's where a lot of that shame and guilt and fear reside. Right? And which throws your whole energetic body off because of these false beliefs that you have connected to your root. You know, being honest and being strong in the truth in your heart takes guts. you know, when I first came out here and started talking about energy work and your body can heal, you know, to people with disease and everything, oh my God. Could you imagine what I went through? I'm like, yo, your body can heal. I went through it. They were mad. It took me guts every time. And then I got slammed down a couple times. And I had to keep tuning back into my heart and saying, you know, my heart loves this. You know, it takes guts to know that we are all whole, that we really are all one. You know, a lot of us are feeling so divided. You know, Haru, you know, I've been digging into all my sacred sex stuff. I have a big, huge podcast coming up. I'm working with Kelly. And, you know, I found a bunch of really cool people. And I found actually a couple women who live your lifestyle. Now, you know, that's the funny thing. I love Haru, but his lifestyle and my lifestyle are very different. And I keep going into my heart about it. And I'm not really feeling it with my heart. And so, you know, at that place, you don't know if it's a block or a wall that you put up from a false belief system that you created in your mind, or if you're really in your heart like, no, that's not for me, right? I love you. I go through it too. I love you guys so much. I'm creating my life just like you guys. I just tell the fucking truth. Or I get pimples on my neck if I don't. I healed myself from cancer. I love you, girl. You know, we are being called to live in our truth. And so, you know, we're whole, but we feel separate. The places where you feel separate are the places that need love. And that will make you feel whole, right? So, you know, this energy, it goes all around. And so a lot of times it doesn't make very much sense when someone calls me with something and they want me to talk about it a certain way and I take it a different way, right? And so just because it's not the way that they wanted me to love them, they don't think that that's love. But it was love from my heart. After 2 times with radiation chemo, I decided I had the power to heal myself. Beautiful. Yeah, and that's all, you know, that's all it really takes. And just beautiful. Add me where you want to go in my video. I got shit to say. I love you. Never mind. I was wondering if I add you to my video, would you show your face? I knew I would die with the doctor. You felt it in your heart, huh? How do you heal your heart? You know, you have to let your heart guide you to that. You have to go in, you know, make a safe space. Get to know your heart. You know, start dating yourself. Oh, you're about to go live. Have fun. You know, my big thing is, you know, date yourself. You know, self-love. Love yourself. You know, if there is anything you're bitching or griping or moaning or complaining about, it's something that you're not loving, right? And so that's a place where you can focus. Doors magically open when you start to live your truth. Yeah. And Kaylin, you know, you're in this and you're feeling it, right? But is getting to know your truth the way that you thought it would go? If that makes sense, right? So as you've been learning to get to know your truth and how these doors, when you are living your truth, magically open, is it anything that your mind could have comprehended? Or is it something that you just had to keep going here for? That's what I want to know. I love Kaylin. Kaylin's my best friend from way, way back. And we linked back up. And she is just wanting to love her life. And so she's been putting in hella work and she's seeing it. Marry me, I will. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you mean. You keep saying marry me. I mean, it pumps me up. I got 11 people on here. I get marriage proposals every day. You know, I'm staying in my heart. I'm still really unsure. And so guess what your heart is? And self-love. it's all a safe place where you can just go and be. And you don't have to worry about anyone else. I don't have to worry about if my offer is going to expire. If my offer is going to expire, guess what? It wasn't real. Keep it moving in the name of love. I don't have to worry about someone taking care of me. I take care of me. I make my system. So I'm not needy for anyone in my life. That's what self-love is, right? I'm not needy for people, but I have people that really help me with the things I need, and I magnetize them to me, and I attract them to me, and I don't have to live outside of my heart and my morals and my integrity to have everything I need, right? No, I was so scared at first. Yeah, it is scary, and it's funny because, now that you're living it, what would you have told yourself before you started? Like, you don't have to be scared of this, right? You're so scared when you're warming up to get ready to go inside yourself, but then, once you're in there and you face the dark and you get the truth and you're in your heart, you're like, what was I ever afraid of in my life? Like, this is beautiful. The way that, my life is becoming more and more authentic as I live this, right? I'll call you. You can call me. Call me anytime. Can we heal the spine by self through Reiki? Well, in Learning Network, I was really taught that people need other people a lot of time in healing. And so look up in your area and see if you can find anyone that does network chiropractic. It's really amazing. Message me, girl. Manifestation at its finest, we're being called to live in our truth, and our truth comes from our heart. So we're being called to let down these blocks in our heart. Hello. We're being called to question what we see as reality. We're being called to see where we are stuck in our lives. We're being called to focus and be aware of self and start to love self and see how that all works. We're being called to keep an open mind to the things, it's funny, guys. In keeping an open mind, I have to really research this polygamy or whatever the fuck, polygamy, whatever they call this, right? Because I had some judgments in me, and it doesn't mean I don't love everybody, and I'm not mad. It's just like, this keeps coming into my life. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm minding my own business, and this subject and this topic keeps coming into my life. And so my girlfriend gives me the name of this other thing to watch, and I watch it, and they're talking about it, and they're talking about it, and just giving me different perspectives. And so keeping an open mind doesn't mean doing what someone else wants you to do. It just means opening your mind and being able to see past what you see with your eyes and go in here and feel what you feel about it in your heart, to speak about what you really want with your mouth. And that's big. And so sometimes it's better, to sit and shut up than create some shit that you don't really want. Yes, I went to one in Greenfield 20 years ago. Wasn't ready. He's still there at Greenfield. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Guys, I know all this sounds really wild, when you're talking about manifesting and creating your own life, and when I'm talking about this, and when you're in a place where you're feeling stuck or unsure, or, really want to know, but just can't seem to see it or whatever, what I say and the things I say could seem real wild, but, you're bringing back knowledge from way back by opening your heart. So remember how I told you that we're connected in the now to our ancestors in our past and our grandchildren in the future, right? So we're connected to all of those things in the right now. And so, every time you drop a layer from your heart, you're helping your ancestors and your grandkids. And by learning your worth, you help your ancestors and your grandkids. By learning that you're perfect just as you are, you're helping your ancestors and your grandkids. By seeking answers from within, you're helping your ancestors and your grandkids. And then everybody that's affected by those people's vibration, right? By opening your heart, you're going deeper to get to know the universe. It's all in there. You know, and I'm guilty. You know, I've read books and I've been on this learning, craving, you know, I need to learn everything. I need to know everything. And it's inside of you. It's in your heart. It's in you. All of this is in you. And so go deeper. You know, get to learn about universal laws, the energetic body, the spine, the nerves, the organs, you know, all of this stuff. There's so much to learn about you. Learn about your body. You know, if you have anything that's off in your body, start there. Learn about the things that are off. That's how I've went on my path. Everything that was wrong with me, I worked on that. I did that. And then I teach whatever I learned about it. I definitely understand what you mean, Sarah. Speaking your truth can be scary. Yes, Yvette, I love you, girl. It's scary as fuck. You know, it is. And, you know, you guys think that I'm not scared because I get on here and I do these videos. But, you know, as you keep working that muscle, it gets easier and easier, right? It doesn't start off easy like this, you know. I didn't even want to do this video today. I've been saying that forever, right? You know, Spirit always pushes me to do these videos to make me speak my truth. You know, coming from a place of everything I've been through, I want love in my life. I want abundance in my life. I want peace in my life. I want my best friend in my life. I want all these things. But it's not in a place where, it's going to be in a place where it just comes right in. Not where I have to need it and grab it and yearn for it. The more you speak your truth, the easier it gets. Yep, it's like working that little muscle. Oh my goodness, you know, I must be doing something good. Our little one just offered $7 towards my glasses. So precious. I love you. They are. They're so cute, aren't you? Aren't they? They're you. You know, make time to do new things, guys. You know, if you feel stuck or stagnant in your life and you feel like you're blocked and you're drained and you're tired, do something new. It could be take a walk if you never take a walk. It could be try that coffee shop if you never tried that coffee shop. Take, you know, whatever. You don't have to spend money on it or whatever. Just do something new. Change it up in your life. If you keep doing the same routine over and over and over and you're not getting anything, what do they say that is? Insanity? Change it. You know, I'm constantly changing my routine, adding things, taking things out. You know, you're never making a mistake. You know, we need to passionately set out to conquer our own selves, right? Because we're all of that, what we see going on outside of us. And so, you know, that's the whole game. It's you and you on your planet. You know, whatever is going on outside of you is going on inside of you. It's happening outside of you, so maybe your eyes will catch it because obviously your heart isn't catching it because you feel it, because it's going on inside of you. You just might be cut off from your feelings and not even realizing that you're not feeling. It happens. You know, a lot of people are messaging me about feeling restless, feeling anxiety, and you know, I'm not trying to say I'm better than you guys, but like, I'm sleeping, you know, to process this energy. I'm just sleeping it through. And so it's like, if you're feeling restless, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling like things are all falling down, you light your own fire. So like, you're just trying to avoid it and keep running and you're tired. You know, sit with it, rest with it for a minute, rest, relax, charge up, chill with it for a minute. You're okay. I chill with it. You know, that's been one of my biggest lessons is learn how to rest and relax and chill. You know, in running from myself, in working on myself, either way, it's all the same thing. When you work too hard at work, you work too hard on self-love sometimes. And every which way that you take it, you need to rest. You need to recharge. You need to fill back up your cup. You need to love on your fucking self. It's selfish not to love your fucking self. It's selfish not to love your fucking self. You know, you don't want to be out here in this world giving half-ass love because your cup is half-ass full. Because you're waiting for someone else to come fill it up. That's not how it works. You fill up your cup. You attract people who fill up their cup. That's how it works. The outside is always a reflection of what is going on inside. You know, the outside, I love the outside, you know. I love the inside, but I love the outside because the outside lets me know what I'm doing inside. Because sometimes this inside work doesn't really feel like work. You can't really line it up in linear time. You're like, oh, it doesn't make sense. I worked on this. I worked on that. I worked on this. I worked on that. I did this. I did this. I did this. And then you don't realize until you look and your outside reflection is looking better. It's like the same thing, but it's like looking better. And you're like, oh, wow, that's all that work I did. I didn't realize that was work. No wonder I was so tired. That's how it works. You guys are looking for this linear way. You know, a lot of us out here are passionately guarded, right? So we have all these passions and they're burning up inside of us, right? We're charged up, but we're guarded. And so we're speaking that and we're not noticing. You know, this is subconscious stuff that I'm talking about. So it's like, you know, you have all these passions and they're real. They're in your logical 3D earth space, right? But then you're guarded in your heart. And so you aren't speaking your actual truth. You're speaking from that guarded place, and this fire is down here just churning. And so guys, I want to give you some love, because changing self is a brave task. You know, to go from who I was to who I am now, there were a lot of times that it took a lot of guts. You know, it took a lot of guts to stand up to the people that I used to know and say, this is who I am now. No matter what I've been through there. You know, this is what I love now. This is what I'm learning about myself now. This is what fires me up now. You know, you create clear intentions from your heart's desires. And so that's what it is. And so when your heart is guarded up, you're creating the intention of, I'll never trust anyone again, right? And those are the guards talking in your life. And then you're like, oh, you know, if I was married, oh, if I had my partner, oh, you know, but the things that you're really saying in your subconscious mind is, I'll never trust anyone again. I'll never let that in again. And so, you know, you have these blessings that come into your life all everywhere, right? But because you're in your subconscious mind about, I'll never trust again, you're not receiving that blessing. You're not receiving it. It's not that it's not there. You're not receiving it. You're not feeling worthy of it. You're not loving yourself enough to get what you actually deserve in this fucking life. And that is shadow work. You know, the place that you are creating from your subconscious mind, the subconscious mind is the dark places. You know, we do not have to be scared of this in ourselves. This pattern keeps coming up because it wants to be recognized. It wants you to know that it's okay. The good and the bad in you are all perfectly perfect, just how they are. Hello, John. You know, it's up to you to work on the frequency of the air that you put out of your mouth, right? And so change is in the air. Change is in the fucking air, right? But it's up to you, not on my video, not just on my video, not just on your Facebook, in your everyday life, to work on the frequency of the air that you are putting out into the world. Words are frequency ripples through life. That's what our words help plant our seeds, right? And so if you want good change in your life, vibe up. You know, if you want to be in chaos and all that, then keep speaking that into your life. If you want to change right now, start speaking up to yourself. Completely agree and love how articulate and passionate and sweet and strong, Sarah. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. Other people's perception of you is a reflection of them. Your response to them is an awareness of you. Yes, I love how you put that. Great talk, Sarah. I'm learning how much I have a heart murmur that I have to heal. Yeah, my little brother was born with a heart murmur too. You know, and heart murmur comes from, you know, your parents' hearts feeling broken. And so when I hear stuff like that, I send so much love, you know, to you and your heart and your parents and their heart and their parents and their heart, right? Because I understand these guards on our heart. I understand the hurt that has been felt because I went into my darkness and I felt it for everyone. You know, and people say, oh, I'm empathic, I feel everything. You know, fuck, man. Wait till you get to your darkness. And you feel everything. And then you feel it, and then your family tells you a story about it. And you didn't even know that was real. And that's like the divine saying, like, whoa, that shit you felt in the dark, rape, that was real. That really happened. I love you guys. This shit is real out here. Send love. You don't have to fix anything. You can't fix anything. You have to send love. You know, Yvette, you can't do anything. You have to let love heal your heart. You know, you have to let love lead the way. You have to let love teach you how to let love lead the way. You know, this isn't like, if I could write it out for you guys and make this like perfect plan, I fucking would. That's not how this works. You have to mess up sometimes, and you have to get scared sometimes, and you have to throw it all away sometimes, and then you have to try again sometimes, right? But, you know, heart murmurs and heart attacks and all of those things, clogged arteries, that comes from a blocked off heart chakra. So I send so much love to every heart that has a diagnosis and doesn't. I love you too. Yeah, them green hearts. You know, sometimes the dreams that you dream in your life might seem like they appear out of the blue, right? Like, where'd that come from? But, you know, I guarantee you that you had them before, right? And so once you take a couple little action steps or feel into them a couple times, you know, you might see that a lot of your dreams come from when you're a little kid. And that's cool, right? Because I believe you need to play like a little kid for any of this stuff to, like, even work out. Because, like, we get so serious and we try to, you know, today I almost gave up being a mom because my daughter wouldn't take her medicine, right? She's sick. She has pneumonia. We've been having days off, cooking what she wants, like, giving her everything she wants, right? And so I have this medicine that she has to take. She wouldn't take it yesterday and she wouldn't take it today. I'm freaking out, right? You know, you know, it's so normal and it's happening in so many different ways. And it's like, you know, my mom came and took her and, you know, I'm going to call the pharmacy and I'm going to call the doctor and, like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I have no really answer, but I have to still keep my vibration up, right? And I have to know that she's okay right now. I've been running the dehumidifier, thieves. I've been giving her colloidal silver, right? So it's not like I'm doing nothing. It's just I can't do the plan. And you have to love yourself in that. I told my friend today, I feel like a bad mom, but I'm not a bad mom. I mean, she just won't take the fucking medicine. Even my mom today was like, you can do it. And then she comes here, she's like, man, she's a tough little shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, holding her down, sticking it down her throat. She's like, it's coming straight back out. She's not even letting it go down. Fuck. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad. Now I gotta love my baby because I just traumatized her trying to get her in this medicine, right? Speaking your dreams to life takes guts from where you are, right? And so if the dreams that you have in your heart seem like they're really far away from the place that you are in your life right now, it takes a lot of guts to speak that into life. It takes a lot of guts, you know, to speak that around people that know ya for so long, right? So I give you love, you know, but what's happening right now and these feelings that are coming up is like, you're feeling like you're not fitting in where you used to fit in. You're feeling like, you know, like you have all these like entrepreneur ideas, but yet you're working for them, right? That's kind of like the feeling, but you need to speak it, you know, in the name of love. You need to speak it. I am an entrepreneur. Whatever the things are that you want, you know, I'm surrounded by people that are like-minded. You know, I have all kind of like-minded friends. My life just goes with the flow. You know, you have to speak these affirmations aren't for nothing. They're to speak these things into your life, you know, but like, you have to learn how to speak them into your life, how to feel them into your life, how to envision them into your life, how to ground that all into the earth, how to feel all that, how to know you can. You know, there's so much to do, right? But you have to start simple. You know, guys, I want you to think of the most wonderful news. And what does that make you feel like? Think of, you know, if you can imagine the most wonderful news coming to you right now, what would that feel like to you? I love good news. You know, I'm always into good news. I've always been into good news. Always think up. I'm a minister. It's always the good news. Everything that I've been talking about, my heart keeps telling me to stay in the good news, stay in the good news. The good news is the dark isn't really as scary as you guys think it is. It's really not. I've been scared too. Going into the lower parts of you, the real parts of you that nobody might know about. I know that there are people out here that feel hurt and poisoned by life. I know. I used to feel that way. The challenge here is getting into your heart when you feel hurt and poisoned. Is it a pharma prescription? Perhaps True knows her body prefers a natural remedy, just like her mom. I know, girl, and I was doing natural and it wasn't working, so you know what I mean. I was doing natural and it didn't seem to work. So what I did, now that she's not taking it, is I kind of like vamped up the natural and I'm fucking trying harder. People think because you don't vaccinate your kid, you don't want them, you don't care if they're sick. Fuck, it's quite the contrary. When your kids are sick, you're like, fuck, She knows about medicine. Fuck, yeah, send her love, man. She knows the shit ain't good for her. It hurts her belly, she said. She took it the first day. Oh, I know. I gotta trust my heart that it's okay. A lot of people are walking around feeling like their hearts have been ripped out. Feeling like they can't really trust anybody, anything. We're rebuilding always. Hope she feels better soon. I love you. She's with my mom. Grandma's like, fill you up with so much love. This keyboard, man. I know. This is defining the future. The world exists to set you free. I fucking love listening to Smile. We're rebuilding, guys. Always, always, always. So we're working on the heart to be open and to receive, always, always, always. And each thing that comes up is just a new lesson. You never waste love. You never waste time. Never. Gratitude helps to ease everything, every single thing, I used to say thank you for the things that hurt me. I still do. Thank you. Thank you. That shit hurt. Got my attention. I told you guys I always learned the hard way. What do you think that means? I learned when it hurt. A lot of people are feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Self-love, self-care, nurture you. It's selfish not to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your love, love, love. Put your hand on your heart. If you don't know what to do, if you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths and ask your heart, what do I do with this? What should I do? What do I release? What do I need to bring in? What do I need to let go of? Where do I need to go? Show me. How do I rest? How do I relax? My heart had to show me how to do all those things. That's true. A lot of people are suffering and living lives with people that they hate. They are. Lesson to a blessing. Yeah, man. Your passions and your purpose comes through your pain. I love the doo-doo. It helped me be me. I love you guys. Inside of yourself needs to be your safe place, your prayer closet, your place where they keep calling me. I gotta finish this. Work on your heart with yourself, with your hand on your heart. What am I missing? What do I need to feel that I might be unknowingly pushing away? Where do I need to go? Who do I need to work with? Who can I trust? We need to decide for ourselves. We need to make the decisions in our lives. Thank you. Smile even when it hurts. Yeah, and sometimes it does hurt. Just like those fingernails, those kitty fingernails in my legs when you just slipped off my leggings, right? We need to make decisions, guys. The universe is neutral. The universe doesn't have any opinion. Whether you love yourself or don't love yourself, whether it hurts or it feels good, the universe stays neutral. The emotional overwhelmness comes from overthinking, second guessing self, right? And so when you tune into your heart and you learn and you practice that and you learn to make decisions from your heart, you don't as much overthink it. You don't as much second guess yourself, right? You're like, fuck it. I don't know. I felt it in my heart. I did it. I felt it in my heart. I called him. I felt it in my heart. I went there. I felt it in my heart. I trusted that. I tell a joke about how, my mom says about meeting people online, and like some of the coolest people that I met have come from being online. I just trusted it with my heart. So, guys, I say dream big. I say go for the fucking gusto in your heart, man. Like, why not try? What do you have to lose? If you feel confused about something, don't make a decision. Take a break. You don't have to. You have all the time in the world. Everyone feels like we're so crunched for time out here. We are fucking timeless. Time is linear. They try to make that to make us feel like, we're stuck. And I'm not just saying those words like, that's like actually how I live my life. And it took a lot of work to get here, but it feels really freaking good to not feel like I'm on anyone else's time clock and still be on time when I need to be on time, right? It's like this freedom in that. That was one of the things that I wanted with my heart. That was one of the things I asked for. That's one of the things I manifested in my life. And to go from who I was to who I am now, that took work to get there. The work wasn't linear. It didn't make sense. I just kept trusting in my heart, and now I'm at that place. And I'm sure I can get better even now in that place later, right? Close your eyes and imagine a white light, right? And imagine that coming out and like enveloping you, and envision the desires of your heart in that space. Bring them to life. If you feel your partner, envision your partner. Envision, good qualities of your partner. Envision what you guys will do together and how you live and where you'll go and how it'll feel in these magical moments. Envision that. Bring that up. Live it, right? Speak of it. Instead of saying I don't want a relationship, say I love my divine partner. The things that I see in my sacred seer are amazing with my divine partner. You're not going to hurt anyone by doing that. Yeah, there are going to be people out here that your excitement for that is going to bring up their fears, and so they're going to give you all your fears, but it's up to you to take that in or know that that's just theirs and let them have it. You never know where a feeling will take you. Set intentions to be inspired. When you go into your heart, set intentions that you want to be inspired by your heart, and just like how my energy work came and inspired me, that's how it's going to work for you, but it's going to be for your heart. We don't know what's in there yet, right? It's like that secret little Hatchimal that the kids get, right? And you rub their bellies and you don't know what's in till you open it up. It's your adventure. It's you and you on your planet. That's the most exciting part. If you are going to come out and drop the walls down from your heart and be exactly like me, that'd be fucking boring because you already know me, right? But you're not me. You're you inside that beautiful heart. And it's like having this thing in this egg and you just don't really know what it is. And then it just like, shuffles and cracks. And then, it's like the bird with the wobbly legs, and you're like learning about your heart and your wobbly leg, and your legs are getting strong, and you're eating more solid food, and you're getting better and better and better, and it's okay. Seriously, let your mom know how amazing it is to have met you online. I love your daughter so much. Truly important to surround ourselves with like-minded, like-hearted people. Oh yes, I'm so thankful for social media and Facebook and YouTube and everything that we have. All the outlets that we have to meet one another, connect with one another in our hearts. I'm so thankful. My whole heart is so thankful for all of you. I'm even thankful for the people that have given me shit on here. Thank you. Because, the love is great, Katrina, but, I always work better when someone's like on my shit and like making me question myself and doubt myself and dive deeper than I've ever have before. I love you. I love you. I'm only good as the energy I receive, but I'll definitely tell my mom. She'll be pumped up. Guys, we need to use our imaginations. We need to dream big. We need to plan things to go forward, take a step toward the dreams in our heart. That's the thing that takes guts, like putting these plans into action, like taking a step toward your dreams. You're like, should I, shouldn't I? I don't really know if this is real, but I'm gonna, right? And so your mind's eye, your third eye is your sacred seer. That's where your dreams come from here. They don't come out of the blue. They come from a connection to the source of your soul's purpose, what's going to put you in line with joy, happiness, and peace versus what you see from the outside world. This and that have nothing and everything to do with each other, right? So, we are here to feel life. We are here to create our lives from the things that we feel and the things that we've been through and the things that we're healing off, right? And so when we're blocked off from feeling, we're blocked off from our creativity too at the same time. Hello, Carl. Tune into you, heart work, merging with the beloved. So, in a lot of my work that I've been doing, when I was asking God to teach me how to love, I started hearing love songs different. I started hearing them like church songs, right? Like pretty much like the way I was like yearning for a partner, I knew that I had to yearn for that love from the divine, because that was going to set the tone for the love from my partner, if that makes any sense. When you're merging with the beloved, that is being in the love presence, the essence of love. Like, it's not this thing that you see. There's many things you can see in this place. It's like this essence, the essence of love like radiates. It's the 528. It's what you can feel it through you, right? It's like letting God love you the way you wish your lover would. I'm trying to give you like the words you guys give to me. So, a lot of you guys have these dreams about these lovers and these things, right? And so, my mission and what I've been doing is learning to let God be my lover. Let the beloved be my lover, actually. That's when I'm finding my union with myself. Wealth starts in your heart, so that's what I mean. Like, you can have all the money in the world, but be disconnected from your heart and your heart's purpose and feel lack, abundance, want to kill yourself, all these things, right? You can have all the money in the world and still feel like that, because wealth starts in your heart. Like, true abundance, like true, yes, the fuck, I love my life, no matter how much money I have or don't have, no matter who's here or not, no matter who believes me or not, no matter who likes me or not. That is in your heart. That's in your heart. You do that for me. You help push me to reach my full potential. I'm forever grateful for you. Thank you. I'm grateful that I can do that for you. I have people in my life who have done that for me. And that's why I give this shit out for free. That's why I do this when Spirit tells me to do this and put these messages together. That's why I come out even though there's 100 other things that I would have rather been doing from 6 to 7:30 or whatever. You know what I mean? I love you guys. So, when I tune into my heart and I'm asking my heart, what am I supposed to be doing with this energy that's going on? And they're like, take it all and wrap it all up and show how it's unconditional love. I'm like, well, all right, you got it, right? That's me compromising, with my heart from what my human wants to do. I want to chill. I want to take a bath and chill. I've been going through it in here, right? But I understand what you're going through because I've been going through it. And so I do see how it's all unconditional love. And it's funny because I never want to do these videos, but then at the end, I feel so free. So it's for me, really, right? That's the beautiful thing. You share these things on your heart. You heal you. In turn, you help to push others to heal them and to do it. And it's this vibrational teaching that you really can't explain, but it really works and it really feels good in this really weird way. But you just trust it with your heart. You're like, whatever, cool, fuck with it. I fuck with it. For your presence and love. I'm so thankful for you too. When you're merging with a beloved in your heart, you don't need anything. You don't need anything. You don't need anything. You have the things that you need, and you don't need anything else. And anything else is extra. That's really the feeling that it is this inner peace. Like, I don't need anything else. Anything else is extra. I expect miracles every day. I don't need anything. Lately, I've been practicing a lot of Tantra, right? And so I was afraid to tell you guys all about that. People get real weird and crazy when you talk about sex and sexual energy. And that's been a part of my truth. And that's been a part of my mission. And that's been a part of why I'm here. And that's been a part of my personal journey and my personal learning path. And I don't push that on anyone. But Your sexual energy is your energy of creation. It's your creative force. It's your creative field. It's your creative energy, right? And so I've been learning a lot of stuff, and I've been, in Tantra for me is the same way as like heart meditations. When you're learning about your heart, if you want to learn about your womb space, Tantra really works because, like I said before, we're trying to think our experiences with our mind, but they're very much alive and active in our cells. And so Tantra for me has been helping me to get in touch with my body, in touch with the parts of my body that I was avoiding, and move that around and release and bring in and stuff like that. And it's been really, really wonderful. Tantra for me has been really helping me see the masculine and feminine energies inside of me, and the energy in myself, and then the energy in everybody else, and the masculine and feminine, how it's always moving and always changing depending on what comes up for that person, smells or sounds or whatever. And all the masculine and the feminine really is the negative and positive polarities, right? It's polarity. It's the negative and positive in you. It's the light and dark in you. This is what we're talking about, the shadow and the light in you, Tantra. Yeah, look it up. That's what I've been doing. I've just been looking up some Tantra stuff. There was a really great girl that I was watching, and I just found out, I'm loving her. And then I just found out that, like, she passed away, right? And so there's all this, like, scandal around her death and everything. I'm just taking what she gave in her life from her heart, because you can tell it's from her heart. But Psalm Isadora. Yeah, that is the right spelling. She talks about a lot of stuff. She talks about being hurt in her sex, and and covering it up, and drugs, and hiding from it, and running from it, and then facing it. And I really loved her for that. I believe certain people only come down here to distribute a message, and once that's here, then they're done here. Some of us choose to walk amongst the people and help deal with the doo-doo. Yes, that's the correct spelling. When you're feeling uneasy in anything, go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about God, go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about real life, go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about your feelings, go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about your visions, go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about, your willpower, and go in your heart. When you're feeling uneasy about your throat chakra, go in your heart. Anything that you want to know about, go to your heart. Go in your heart. The womb is not a place to store fear and pain. The womb is a place to create and give birth to life. I love you. Do any of my girls from my Empowered You retreats know what that is? What Carissa just put in there? Give me some hearts. The womb is not a place to store fear and pain. The womb is a place to create and give birth to life. Does anybody know where that comes from? Yeah, that's the darkness. That's the shadow side. Everything's okay there. We're carrying trauma from the old. A lot of that stuff in there has nothing to do with you. What's happening right now is we're really, really wanting to create intimate connections. We're wanting intimacy. We're wanting to be okay with our sexuality and our sensuality. That's why I call this Sexy Saturdays. You're very brave and insightful. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. And we're creating our intimate connections from our connection with the divine spirit, God, the universe, right? And so are you in joy or are you in fear? Because when you're in joy, that's in alignment with your soul. If you're in fear, then that's not in alignment with your soul. And so, self-love is a magnetizing energy. So everybody that messaged me that looks for relationships, I tell them, love yourself, and you will just automatically magnetize people to you. And as you love yourself better, then you'll magnetize different people. And as you love yourself better, you'll magnetize different people. And it's not that you have to hurt the people that fall away. It's just like you love them and you're just here now. You're in this new place, right? You're not putting a cap on it. true friendship is when you have them sparks go off. You guys know? I love you. How do I say your name? Pratibia. I don't know her. She fires up my soul. She sparks me up, right? What is your emotional experience of love outside of yourself? What kind of emotional attachments do you have to love outside of yourself? How do you relate to the issue? That's the issue. So like, whatever you feel like is the issue, how you relate to the issue is really the issue. Because you're in control on your planet. It's you and you on your planet. Do you feel like you're in the flow, or do you feel like you're pinching off? Pratibha. I hope I got it right. In our sacral chakras, we're full of powerful emotions. And so, as I've been clearing myself out and things like that, I've been really feeling like I need to learn more about Akashic records and all of those things, right? And so I just like to give you guys stories so you can see how this stuff works for me and see how I feel about this, right? And so, like, I had an experience with Akashic records back in the day, and this lady made me feel really weird. Her energy was off and weird, and I didn't know that. I didn't love myself the way I do now. And so a lot of that I thought it was me, and I was kind of embarrassed, and so I never really asked about it again. So lately I've been tuning into myself, and I've been really seeing that I need to know about my Akashic records. And so I put a post and I got some responses, and I tuned into my heart, and my heart kept guiding me to my massage teacher. And so I messaged her, and of course she does it, right? That's how that heart works. And I have my appointment set up like a week ahead of time. I'm super, super excited. I need a printer. I don't have a printer. Then my daughter gets sick. Then boom, I have to cancel my appointment, right? And so a lot of people with the fear in their hearts and with the blocks up in their hearts would think, well, I'm not supposed to do that because they kept trying it and it didn't work. No, I don't think that's what it meant. It meant that, even if all these obstacles are going to come up into my life, do I still feel in my heart that I'm supposed to do this? Yes. Well, then I have to follow through, even though I feel kind of defeated about it, if that makes sense, right? And so we need to dive deep into our feelings, because what is that? I love this with the Akashic records, because she's asking me all the things and making me get real specific about why I want to know. And it's like, I didn't really know why I wanted to know. And so she keeps getting me specific, and I'm still going to get it. And I'm still super excited. And I just know it's on divine timing, not my timing, right? So if you get into your feelings, right, and something is making you feel not so good, the best and easiest and fastest thing to say is, what does this bring up for me and why? What does this bring up for me and why? What this person is doing that has nothing to do with me bring up for me and why? I've had a lot of people bumping into me about posts and things that I say and everything like that. And it doesn't even have anything to do with anything that they're going through, but it's bringing up something for them because people need other people. People, when I'm living out of my heart, that brings up something for you. That's for you to heal. That's how the truth hurts sometimes. That's how we get into that space of the truth hurts. So guys, my coaching is super dope, and I teach energetic vibrational alignment, right? And so it's like, basically, I'll throw it out there for you guys because I do give my information out. In my group, it gets a lot more descriptive and there's a lot more things, but your sacral chakra and your third eye relate. So your feelings and your visions relate. Your root and your crown chakra relate. So your real life and your God life, they're in a relationship. Your solar plexus and your throat chakra, they're in a relationship. So you speak your I cans to life, right? And go in your heart whenever any of those things feel uneasy. And that's what helps. Trigger's been there, whoop whoop. Yeah, divine time. And it happens. Use your emotions and your passion to ignite you to dream bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Nobody pumps me on to have my dreams, to be in where I love, to keep going forward, even though all this doo-doo comes up, to follow my heart, to trust when to stop and when to keep going. You know, nobody can tell me that. My heart has to tell me that. You know, there's no book for all this stuff. It's all in your heart. There's no, you know, truth guide. There's no right way. It's all in your heart. You know, it's in your unique heart. And a lot of things in your unique heart, maybe somebody never did before. And so you don't have anything to really go off of. It's in your heart. You know, we have to go in there. We have to learn how to trust that. It's a muscle we have to build. Just like our intuition, just like our whole energetic body needs a workout. And I love you guys because we're all connected. And I have no judgments for anybody. And I know that the more you understand the energetic body, the easier it gets. We're all connected. We're all one. I love you because we're all connected. One love.